Hello! Okay. I spent 40 fucking minutes doing this thing without realizing that my fucking mic audio is broken. It was broken. It was fucking toast. It was stupid. It didn't record a single fucking thing I said. I'm pissed. Anyway. Oh, that's the wrong one. Spoiler. Anyway. Where the fuck is it?
Get good.
Pardon the background noise, by the way. This is a recording that I made while I was in call with people. And as you can see, we failed and died and stuff. Okay, it's actually fucking recording this time, right? I'm not going to lose my goddamn mind. Awesome, awesome. E12S Part 2 is a heavily choreographed fight. And all you have to really worry about is A, knowing what debuff sets mean, what the fuck, for your role, and B, what an apocalypse is. And again, pardon the background noise and, you know, the sound of your own voices. Love you, Jenny. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Japery, generally chatting and shooting the shit with the party. PF was fun to do this fight with. I think this was one of the last parties I was in, actually. And my old Shadowbringers warrior, not warrior, paladin and gunbreaker glam. I might go back to it. It was fun. Don't mind the motion sickness. Anyway. E12S Part 2. If you are main tanking this, there's, you know, the one thing you have to note is that, hey, you're pulling this shit south. Not southmost, but relatively south, because, you know, mechanics and shit. Hell's Judgment is a 1 HP mechanic. If you're not max health, maybe you die. I don't know. I feel like that happened last time. You get serious, Sid. I was drunk, funny Uncle Sid. Now I'm just asshole Sid, because I'm fucking pissed that I didn't record my shit. Shockwave Pulsar is the raid wide. Easy peasy. What she's going to do now is she's going to cast delayed mechanics on people. These are delayed. Do not freak out and watch your debuff timer. This first set always happens generally the same. It will either be the Dark Fire or it will be the healer stack markers. If it's healer stacks, they'll group up in groups 1 and 2 on 3 and 4. Funny how that worked out. Oh, yeah, y'all can build better marker sets from this video, actually. That helps. God fucking bless. Anyway, it's Dark Fire, though, so we're going to spread out. Ranged and healers are going to be kind of out here, generally. I think healers are more on the insides, while ranged are, like, on the actual edges. Tanks are going to be more north. Melees are going to be south-ish on the boss. Or, you know, fanned out and respecting your space. You have a long-ass timer to sort this out. In the middle of this, she's going to set the stack markers, which are always on healers. Don't fret. Spread goes off in your spots. Meanwhile, the stacks are going to go off. Those are ticking down from 12 as well. I untargeted her. Darkest Dance here is a baited buster followed by a knockback. A knockback you cannot arm's length or sure cast. So, what's going to happen? The main tank is going to be on the very edge. Everyone else is going to be in her hitbox, but still on her butt. Because, you know, it's an AoE. Go figure. Darkest Dance is going to go out. It's going to bait on him, on the edge. I hit that button on accident. Fuck it, we're doing it live. So one more time. Just to clarity. God damn it. The only thing my drunkenness is doing is hurting production value. Darkest Dance goes out. She does the bait. What she's going to do now is knock back people from her position. No shit. Group 1 and 2 are going to go left and right, knocked back. Yeah. Boom. You have time to readjust and blah, blah, blah. You can be a greedy melee. You can go in. Everyone can pop sprint if they want. I did. to rush back in to give people melee uptime, or you can meet on the outskirts here. Whatever you settle on. Basically, healer stacks need to be taken. You might be able to shield through it, actually. I'm intrigued about how in syncing this actually goes. Okay, anyway. That's the intro phase. Keep in mind, she can do it in the reverse order. She can do it where the stacks are first and the fires are second. So, like, you saw how we were kind of spread out for the spreads, for the dark fires. Like, when it was first. You can do that for when it's second, too. You can have healers, or ranged, doesn't matter, move forward while the other ranged person stays back. The tanks can gap close and run through her towards the edges while the melees stay more inside under her, like on behind 3 and 4, but in front of B and D, etc., etc. Just, you know, be apart for dark fires whenever they happen. Be together in your light party groups for waters whenever they happen. They are heavily choreographed. The only thing you have to watch is the dark dance, which is a tank mechanic and a party cooperation. You want to recenter her here, by the way, because she will not move for the entire next goddamn mechanic. Which is Ketten's favorite, basic relativity! It is a very specific mechanic set with people having to do very specific jobs depending on their very specific debuffs. DPS will get 1 of 2, and tanks and healers will get 1 of 2. You see? The melees lucked out and have ice. The ranged lucked out and had fire. The DPS can have mixed mechanics here, which basically just means, hey, both ranged and melee from group 1 can have both ice. And, you know, group 2 can have both fire. You're going to want to pay attention to that. Because if both of Group 1's DPS have ice, one person is going to have to flex to the other side. Other side? Good question! Now for the meat of the mechanic. The bullshit meat. The fuck meat. The god damn it, why do I have to do this recording a second time meat? So, I know it's blurry as shit, but you see the bullshit enmity list? The angry hourglass is going to be north. You know how it's angry? Because it's the yellow one. So, if I speed up a little, that yellow hourglass is always going to be north for this mechanic. It's always going to be north. That is super important. That is where the tanks and the healers are going to go for the first mechanic. For the first thing going off, which is going to be one of the DPS buffs, or debuffs. You can have a long buff, and you can have a short buff. The long and short buffs will always be within their same group, so you can have long or short ice, which will be matched by short or long fire. It'll be the opposite, you know. So short ice will have long fire will have short ice. Or short fire will have long ice. Blah, 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 same thing. That's those. Waters are a stack, and they are not overly important for now. Gazes instantly apply doom. Doom, you say? Yes, there's more fucking doom. Even more than what I've already mentioned. So the bullshit. This is always north, right? The yellow is always north. The yellows, respectively, English is fucking hard. Respectively, the yellow tethers on the towers, on the hourglasses, are east and west. Group 1, orange, purple. Group 2, yellow, blue. Easy peasy? Yeah, okay, cool. So basically, you know, group 1 and group 2, respective sides, That's really only important for the DPS, mind you. Well, and the healers, kind of. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. So yes, I'll just, perspective. Basic goes out. All the debuffs go out.
Time for...
North is going to be C here.
Duty.
And East and West are going to be D and B.
Good luck.
The Ice debuff DPS are going to go closest to the East, or to the, East and West towers, and they are going to bait them outside of the arena because they are going to fire a beam. You see them charging Dark Current? Dark Current's a beam that applies twice come ruin. For reference, the Dark Fires apply another stack of twice come ruin. The Gazes just fucking doom you. And getting hit by ice also applies a stack of twice come ruin, but the ice is a donut. The fire is not. The fire is a mandatory stack, which means the fire debuffs cannot bait any beams or take any other additional hits. So, beams. Ice is a donut, but because it's a donut on the person, they will not take a twice come ruin stack, which means they can take the East and West towers, again, based on your group. 2 yellow blue. 1 red purple. I wish that fucking rhymed. So, watch the cast bars. The ices are going to bait in their respective groups.
Thank you.
Because they lucked out.
Try my best.
Dark Current finishes, beams go out. The fires were short. You saw them explode. Fires are going to generally be on your group sides, out here on the edge of her hitbox, mind you, ish. And baiting if you have a short timer. Ices can be short too, which just means, hey, you explode here and don't hurt anybody. Yeah. That was the first set that went off. The second set, all the DPS who just exploded or didn't and baited are going to meet north with everybody else. The tanks here, which is me and this fucking guy, have gazes. And the healers have waters, which means they're the safest fucking things in this phase. The waters, being the healers, are going to... Oh, fuck, hold on. The waters don't matter. The gazes don't matter, technically. Healers are going to bait on 4 and 3 here. They're going to be on the corners of whatever happens to be north. So if C's north, 4 and 3. If D was north, it'd be 4 and 1. Yada, yada, yada. So you're going to watch everyone group up here. Everybody's going to be in front of the gazes,
Get white mage. Yep.
but beating on the fucking boss. Meanwhile, the healers, on those 2 markers, they will bait the closer towers, which just so happen to be out here and out here. They can be on the corners as well, but in this position, they're always going to be baiting whatever tower happens to be needed to be baited. So, general rule for the second set, healers are here and here. The gazes are in the back 2 slots here, and everybody else is in between all of the fuck shit. If tanks have waters and healers have and healers have gazes, doesn't fucking matter. You should be safe and good if you are just in this general configuration. That's the second set. You'll also notice there's some bullshit by our feet. She's recorded our positions, which is kind of important. Third combination.
So you have to do it as a conjurer.
So, I mentioned, this tower can be second or third. East and West are always going to be the first, but these towers are always going to be either third or second. You're going to have to pay attention to which one is third and second, because the tanks are going to have to bait the third by being closer to it than the rest of the party. And that also is kind of a problem if fires are long, because if long fires, like long ice is here. Sorry, I got ahead of myself again. So,
I just realized
the second one's going to go off. Healers,
Yeah,
tanks are behind, stuff resolves. The DPS and the healers are going to be center outside of the yellow tower exploding, but still in the center. The tank's going to have to pay attention to whether it's this tower or the tower in the opposing corner. That is the third.
Actually, you have to do it as a conjurer.
You want to be closer to the third tower as a tank and bait them outside of the arena, away from the group, and away from anyone who could possibly fucking bait them. If long fires are here, they might accidentally bait them. So, snuggle that bitch. Unless it's the one in the other opposing corner. Like, I'm in 1. If it's 4 over here, you're going to want to be closer to that, because otherwise, if you're here when it's 4, shit's going to go through the middle and fuck you up. So, third tower's going off. Ices go off in the center. It's a donut, so the group is safe. If it's fire, you're going to want to be out and out. My mouse is hard to follow. I'm so sorry. Yeah. After the third tower goes off, the recalled position is going to drag everybody back to the second tower positions, and this yellow tower is going to knock everyone the fuck away.
I was like, why can't I do this faster?
It's perfect. It's the perfect distance. It's the perfect whatever. And you'll have enough time to scramble into group 2 and group 1. The monk dies because he's a dipshit and is too slow. And that's basic relativity. It's fucking word salad, but I promise it's actually not that hard. You just have to see it a couple times and know what mechanics and what debuff sets go where. So, I'll try to outline it as fluidly as possible in as short a time as fucking possible. It's bullshit. Basic relativity. Debuffs go out. You notice where north is. North is the yellow tower, which is at C. East and west are always the yellows. The blues... East and west are... Sorry. I need to explain this. East and west, the yellow tethers are hasted towers, so they always go off first. The blue tethers are slowed towers, so they are the third. The ones that are not tethered are second, and technically don't matter. You just need to pay attention to which ones are the third, because those are the only variable ones. It can be either the corners closest to the yellow tower or the ones furthest from the yellow tower. Oh my god, how the fuck do people do this? Okay, well, I guess they do it sober and with a script. Anyway, one more time. Basic goes out, debuffs go out. North is the yellow, east and west are hasted.
Yeah.
East and west groups,
Thank you.
ices,
Try my
bait it,
best.
fires, if you're short, you explode where those two are.
I hope so.
Configuration
I just
2,
realized I'll get a unicorn once I get
healers
white
are
mage.
baiting, always. Tanks are in the back, always.
Actually, you have to
Third
do it as a
configuration,
conjurer.
everyone gets centermost, unless you are a fire, in which case you would be out and out, but we have long ices, so they're in the center with everybody else. While the tanks find the third tower and take this beam.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Second position, or second tower recalled position is taken. That's so fucking bright. The knockback from the yellow tower happens.
Like, why can't I do this faster?
Fan out. Take your stacks. Laugh at the monk. Bam. Basic relativity. Good grief. Now for my more favorite mechanic set, which I fuck up all the time. Apocalypses. Apocalypses also happen very specifically, and you know the fucked up part is I took like bonus shots during the first recording too. And I'm not stopping just because this is the makeup recording. Like, fuck you, my liver can go to hell. God, I hope I don't remember this. It'll be way more funny that way. Okay. The Abyss awaits! For apocalypses, she's always going to change the floor. It's going to look a lot like part 1, but not really. She's going to immediately turn a direction. She's turning to C in this instance. Meanwhile, as she is turning to C, she's also sending a little bullshit fuckface of light out in that direction as well. It is also going to rotate clockwise. All you need to know right now is that Cataclysm is a giant fucking AoE, so follow the group. And pardon me jerking the camera around because I play like a fucking spastic. Get behind this general arrow / line from wherever she's facing. Get on her booty and be out. Because Cataclysm is massive. And it looks cool. Some near shit. Meanwhile, during this entire mechanic, that ray of light is circling clockwise on the outer edges of the arena. By the way, Black Halo's a buster. It's a shared buster. There's only fucking 2 of them in this fight. Invuln that shit. Meanwhile, once the little bullshit of light circles around this entire arena and meets back to where it first departed, like it'll boop, boop, boop. It'll meet back at C in this instance. And then it'll start exploding. The center will explode first. As soon as it explodes, everyone has to run into the center. Ranged can be out here in general. You just don't want to be... pardon me, sorry. You just generally don't want to be, say, like C4D. Because it'll start exploding, and you want to be, you know, not getting hit by the exploding, rotating around the outskirts. So, middle explodes. Shell Crusher is being charged. That's a stack. That is a full party stack that is randomly targeted on one person. You want to know what's also randomly targeted on one person? The anti-stack Spirit Taker. Meanwhile, while this is going on, by the way, I do have to stress it a little bit. Because, yeah. Singular Apocalypse, she's ready. So. Light. Bloop. 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 There it is. Yo. Yo. And it's finished. Center will explode. That will explode. That explodes. That explodes. Stack. That explodes. That explodes. That explodes. Spirit Taker. Spread. That explodes. That explodes. That explodes. That's singular apocalypse. It's you having to manage 2 different things. You have to manage group distance, and you have to manage the space that you are being given while shit's exploding to spread properly. You do have time. You do have plenty of space. Don't be afraid to be a little greedy and be slow in measuring your time and measuring how the circle of light is exploding. And again, Shell Crusher is a group stack. Spirit Taker is a spread. Shell Crusher will always happen in the middle. Spirit Taker will always have to be dealt with as the proximity, the perimeter, whatever, is exploding. Shockwave Pulsar, more raid wides. Now for the extreme mechanic. I'm gonna wake up and regret everything I've done tonight, but you know what? This shit's fucking tasty. Appalachian Sippin' Cream Liqueur. 20% fucking volume. Alcohol volume, 40 proof. Banana pudding flavor. You can taste the fucking Nilla wafers in this bitch. Like, goddamn. I did a quote-unquote plug in the first one. I had to do one here, too. And yes, I'm taking another shot. Oh, God, rest my liver. So, she's charging intermediate relativity. By the way, don't you just love the Messiah complex in this fight? Like, she's kind of just embracing the Asian bullshit. A child with everlasting immortal power. Don't fuck with elder gods. Anyway, sorry. Intermediate relativity. All you need to pay attention to is which specific mechanic set wants you to be in or out on your clock spot. I promise it looks like a lot, but if you notice, it's uniform. Arrows are out on your clock spot. Ices are in. Gazes are in. Stack is in also. Flares are out. And dark fires are just spread. So, exercise caution. These will always happen together. The other gimmick of this particular phase is that she also has return buffs. So, in general, you want to position yourself from your longest debuff to your shortest debuff, in that order. So, for example, you can't see it because of this dumbass video bullshit. I have, in order, arrow, which is out, gaze, which is in, and fire, which is general clock, which is minus C. And because of the gaze, for the final thing, which in this case is fire, you want to be facing out towards your clock spot. Everybody wants to be facing out towards their clock spot by the time the final debuff is ticking. So, I'm greeting, but I will go out. Then I will go in because of my gaze, because the gaze coincides with a stack marker and flares. So depending on your flares, you'll be out. Your gazes will be in with the stack. And yeah. The return doesn't lock where you're facing. Where you're facing is determined by this final one, because she will, by the time this first debuff goes off, which was Dark Fire, it went off, and we're stunned. You are stuck facing where you are facing. And now she will recall you to the other two spots she locked you to. Because I'll do it one more time. Intermediate. This fucking fight is so bright, by the way. Also, sorry for the motion sickness, Zal. I know this fight's bullshit, but I promise you'll get through it, buddy. I love you. So, intermediate goes out. Debuffs generally go out. With my debuff set, I'm going out, in, lock, and then my clock spot facing out. Final lock. Me wiggling the camera there is just a consequence of how I play. Because I'm holding right click and I'm shaking. That way I'm able to continue casting attacks, but I'm still locking my face outward. Pardon me. It's me generally kind of being spazzy, but it's how I've learned to play. So blah blah. I'm interrupting the flow. I apologize. So, if the debuff set happens correctly, it'll look something like this, with everybody facing out at the end. Stacks go off and the flares go off. The eyes are all dodged because someone's facing outside of the center. Arrows are all on the edge, ices are in the center, and the donuts are going off. And that's it. Jeez, please. I'll do a different mechanic set for you, just to give some reference, because, yeah, no. So, I kind of explained how mine went. A DPS is in this situation, because I explained arrow, gaze, fire, which is, out in clock facing out. Spread too, but whatever. For a DPS, in general, you would be dead center. Position is locked. Out on the edge. Position is locked. Unless you have the stack marker, mind you. The Black Mage has the stack marker, so they would be center, but every other DPS is going to be on the edge. Doesn't matter where you're facing at this point. Just make sure you're more towards your clock spot than you are the center, because it might get fucky. Lock, and then clock, and social distance, Face out by the time this eruption happens. And the order can change too. You can have ice and arrow be last, or I think you can even have the gaze and flares and stack be last. It's just whatever the last one is, make sure you're facing out. Confused? Good. Anyway. That's intermediate relativity. By the way, we gotta kill Depression Bird at some point, because this mechanic is literally in that fight. Shockwave Pulsar, more raid wides, stretching, fat fuck, etc. Oh yeah, by the way, here's your Mogus for the day. Kinda cringe. God, I miss Shadowbringers. Dual Apocalypse! So you know how the first one was singular? Okay, now imagine there are two balls of light. Whichever way she faces is going to be Cataclysm. That's the giant AoE that you want to be away from where she's facing. Like, way away. The balls of light can either be north and south from where she is facing, with her facing being north, or east and west. And they will circle clockwise. Generally, always clockwise, as far as I remember. So, you see them circling now? The center is going to explode. She's going to jump for Cataclysm, but then the center will explode. First, then the second set's going to explode. And I just fuck up and completely brain here, because I didn't pay enough attention. But what the tanks are supposed to do is follow the counterclockwise most explosion to her, kind of. It's kind of fucked off to explain, but point being, after the center explodes, everybody but one of the tanks, so the main tank, I guess, is going to want to be on the outskirts, running around and dodging the lights, or you can eat them, because this was at level, by the way. This was me just mitigating through this fucking shit. And by mitigating, I mean I have tank health and stats, and I just live naturally and take damage downs, because of course I do. Somber Dance is casting, as you can see here. Is that a different cast? That has to be a different cast. There's no way. Because this hits the furthest and then the closest target. So, my dumbass is going to tank these hits, but be farther from her than the party. I take the first hit, and the co-tank is an idiot, stood too close to me, and took the physical vuln. So he's going to bait the close hit and fucking die. So, to flashback, Cataclysm, from wherever she's facing. That's too snappy. That's way too snappy. Dual Apocalypse. She's going to do a thing, change the floor. Going to face a direction with two balls of light rotating around the floor. Either north and south, from where she's facing being north, or east and west. always rotating clockwise. You always be away from where she's facing. On the far edge, you know. Meanwhile, the party, in this case, the party would like rotate to A and C just so you don't get hit by the second one and can move into the middle because it'll be safe after it explodes. So, she'll jump for Cataclysm. The middle explodes. You see people kind of going here and here. Well, not here, but here. This guy is smart as fuck. The center explodes. Then it's going to explode north and south. The party moves generally center for all the other explosions. Meanwhile, the tanks are going to bait one far, and then the other tank's going to bait one short. Also, I got rescued there. That dude assisted suicided this fucking other guy. Sorry for that term, but that's what happened. Like, look, he got hit by Ffxiv. He got a physical vuln. That fucker is dead. Look at him. He's fucking... That isn't even straight nines. That is technically mitigatable damage. Anyway. I'm cruel. So, all the circular explosions are gone. She's done her 2 big hits. She will do another Shell Crusher, which is a random targeted party stack. She'll do another Spirit Taker, which is a random targeted anti-stack. Anti-stack meaning, spread. You spread out into your general clock positions. You can also be... She's also large enough to be greedy on, so, like, if all the melees / tanks fan out on her, and the ranges just kind of fuck off into their own, safe spaces, you're fine. You're fine. Pulsar. I'm gonna be an asshole and take one more shot because fuck. This has been my fridge for too long, and I'm just feeling it today. Hopefully I get to raid with you guys tomorrow. I love that. I do love this fight. And Advanced Relativity is a piss-easy mechanic that is only daunting to look at.
Yeah, take that, you big eyeball.
It exists.
Whack.
So, another mechanic set. The most important people in here are the double arrows and the gazes. Otherwise, you are abiding by your light party groups. Group 2, yellow-blue. Group 1, red-purple. And I'll try not to over-explain this mechanic because it's most daunting to look at. To actually do it, to know what to do, it is the most brain-dead simple thing. This fight's easier than Omega, but it's faster. Technically. Okay. Group 2, yellow-blue. Group 1, red-purple. Group 2 would be... Okay. Light party groups. Healer stack groups are going to go out on your respective marker on the yellow, the quick tether. That's going to explode first. That information isn't technically important if you just follow the formation. There's probably diagrams too. I'll see if I can find one before I piss the fuck off for the night. So, light parties are going to want to be like this on the outskirts of this outline. So not in this or not in this, but on the outskirts of their Venn diagram. On this little floral bit. People call this a flower. This wide inner and outer fan, that's a flower. It's technically a flower, and that is important. So yes, you have your light parties on the outskirts of this dividend where this yellow tower is, this hasted tower is. Everybody without a double arrow is going to be in this intersection. The double arrow is going to be on the edge. On the fucking edge. Positions are recorded for the first one, and a stack marker goes off. That's kind of important. What's going to happen next is everybody, including the double arrow, is going to go here on this end, but not into this circle. Just on the edge of the platform, still inside of this general area. The person with the gaze, which is me, is going to go on the opposite end. The opposite end. The second position is recorded. The person with the gaze is going to be here. Meanwhile, pardon me, I'm having to reference this, but it's hard to do because this recording is shit because I know what I'm doing, so I'm not looking to be edutainable. So, for the third fucking mechanic set. The first one, double arrow, is here. Everyone else is here. Position locks. I goes here. Everyone else goes down here, still within this V. Positions lock. I goes here. And then everyone moving down that way, or on the opposite end, up this way, fans out in this giant flower. Like, ignore this line. This giant flower is where everyone has to spread. The eye is just going to cross from here to here. Melees are going to go in here at this very intersection. Healers can stay on the edge of the platform this way. Range people can go out here towards the edge, straight in the middle from this flower. I know this is confusing as fuck. But the end result is that you are fanned out. So first position, gaze, everyone else there. I cross over here. And then in this flower, you can see on the map, everyone is positioned to where they're inside this giant flower. And they are perfectly on the edges and are not sharing any random AoEs. So my arrow goes off. Their dark fires are going off. That's the third set, resolving first. The second set, resolving second. Love how that overlaps. The gazes go off. So no shit. By the time the third one locks in and everyone's stunned and facing where they're going to be facing for the next three mechanics, before the third position locks and you're recalled, everyone has to be facing outside of the arena to dodge gazes. Sorry to say that late, but, you know. Oh, this is actually starting to hit me now. Okay. So, that's the second set. That resolved. The final recall. Double arrow here is going to be a fucking MVP and knock every other dumb shit into the opposing light party group. Where you're going to take a water stack with the healers. By the way, the tethers, the towers themselves, I just have to outline this, I guess, because I told you how to do it, but I got to give you the why, because the why is important to me as a player.
Yeah, take that, you big eyeball.
Advanced relativity.
It exists.
Whack.
Everything goes out. Notice the giant circles? They're centered on each individual tower. With the yellow ones, the fast tethers exploding first. But because you're recording debuffs in opposite durations, you're playing against the clock, which makes no fucking sense. So you're recording your longest debuff first. Oh, wait, no. That's not how this works. Shit. Oh. It's hard to explain it specifically because it's just kind of... You have very specific things that happen at very specific intervals. And technically... Yeah. Wait. Oh! Okay, no, I'm high as fuck. Sorry. The water stack debated me. Because, you see, the tanks have an extra debuff here. They have a short water stack, which just ensures, hey, you're in the right light parties for this mechanic. Technically, the water stacks don't matter. And if you're just in the 2 yellow, blue, and red, or red, 1 red, purple groups on the yellow tethers, you're fine. You're peachy keen. You know, it was a good idea to actually fuck up the first recording because I'm remarkably more drunk to explain what is quote-unquote the hardest mechanic in this bitch. Cool. Okay. Also, my chair's a noisy fuck. Cool. So, group light parties are in your respective yellow tether areas, which is this. The early water happens. Fuck that noise. It's... God. For some reason, that makes me overthink this. Point being, gazes will go over here. Everybody else goes left, still within this area. That location, that position, records itself. And then everybody moves to be outside of this circle. So you fan out outside of this circle because it's going to explode first by the time you record your last position, right? So, just waiting for it to record. Everybody's fanned out properly along this line, which is impossible to fucking see. Everything resolves, possibly. Again, I'll see if I can find a diagram for this, because it's really not that hard a mechanic. You just do very specific things depending on your debuff set. And that's advanced relativity. Great, now I'm self-conscious. Okay, hey, you want to learn the mechanic that I fucking make people uncomfortable with in voice chat, random Discord party finder? Triple Apocalypse. I call it Tripoc. So, it's a very simple mechanic, but the visuals are confusing. At least I think they're confusing. So, you know how every other apocalypse has a start from the center? This one does too. Triple only has one beam of light coming from the center, though, and that's the one you want to follow. Because this one's coming from the center, right? Center? It shot out here. There were two others that started in this corner and in the opposing corner. Sorry. It was here, wasn't it? Point being, the one that comes from the center is the tell. The one that comes from the center is always going to turn to the safe spot, quote unquote. Because at the same time that these rays of light are being doled out, Darkest Dance is charging. That's what happened at the beginning of the fight with the delayed mechanics, remember? It's going to be a tank bait followed by a knockback. So what's going to happen is Triple Apocalypse is going to prime. The floor changes. This pops in from the center. It goes out here. It turns. Where it turns is where the safe general area is going to be. Darkest Dance is already in the middle of charging, in the middle of this mechanic. The tank is going to want to go to the very edge between this, where the safest spot is. The party is going to want to be on an inner edge in this, from this circle, right? So on the edge of this big-ass dumb fuck light circle. So, Darkest Dance is going to finish charging. When it does finish charging, this has already exploded. Everybody else that isn't the main tank baiting this moves into the center. The tank has baited the hit. The second explosion happens. Where it turned is where you want to be knocked back. So it turned from B. You're gonna want to be knocked back to B2 side. So she's jumped. She's hit the tank. She is now going to knock back. Vroom. This entire mechanic is just noting where the first, second, and third spots are, and it is completely, instantly figurable by where the beam from the middle turns. So I'll do it one more time. And I'm sorry for how confusing this is. It's happened so fucking fast. It was 20 seconds! That was 20 fucking seconds. It's such a fucking quick mechanic. So, Triple Apocalypse. The floor is primed. The first beam goes out. It's going to B. It's turning to 3 and C. Between 3 and C is where the main tank is going to bait. Middle explodes. Everybody but the main tank in center. Main tank's on the edge, baits the jump. Everybody's set goes to position to knock back where the middle beam of light turned from for the third explosion to be safe. Like, I swear it's not that hard a mechanic. It's just really fast to figure out. I still get so mad at Party Finders, like, in retrospect, that couldn't suss that out as easy. And I'm going to show you the last mechanic, the last quote-unquote mechanic. They LB3 early during this. Oh my god. Okay, so tripod goes out. This is the first run in this recording where people do it wrong and they explode or get knocked the fuck off. Everybody's dead, etc.
Yeah, but
I literally just
Another raid wide via Shockwave Pulsar.
I seen a moon.
One more shot. Fuck my level. She'll do another Black Halo, the only other tank buster in this fight. So there's only 2 tank busters. If you're a warrior, you can in-one both.
yeah,
Probably just fucking
it was supposed to. It was supposed to release on the full moon.
And remember, it's a shared buster, technically. You want to be cheeky and cheesy and whatever the fuck, you can be a melee and just sack the fuck out of it. Looking at you, Spencer. Or if you're a warrior, you can mitigate through, invuln through both of them. Nobody ever fucking actually mitigated them. Literally nobody did. Okay. So, that second and only other buster she fires is gone. We've gone through 3 relativities and 3 apocalypses. It's 2020. What could possibly go fucking wrong? Oh, that's a cast bar. Take another shot. So, quick guess from everybody in the fucking room. You've seen the other relativities. Basic, intermediate, advanced. What on God's green tit fucking earth could you think terminal relativity is? Do you remember what the raid wide and the Dark Knight AoE blood gauge move have in common? They are both called Quietus. And prospectively, they both fucking hurt. Terminal relativity is a massive heal and mitigation check, in which delayed Quietus raid wides are deployed on people and dead bodies alike, while Shockwave Pulsar is cast by her, and every time she casts Shockwave Pulsar, she fucking gets a goddamn damage up! And pardon me for being too loud, but by the same fucking note, the first time I saw that was on Healer, and I about shat my goddamn lilies out my fucking stamen. Even though I was playing Scholar. Realistically, if we are unsynced, we should not have to see more than intermediate relativity. Like, the damage is so good if you're clean and know what to do, and you learn this fight pretty damn okay. Especially with, like, the second raid tier out by now. Good grief. Yeah, no, shit's gonna be easy. Quote unquote. But point being, that's the fight. That's the general fight. When she finishes Terminal Relativity, she'll have 4 damage ups, and then she'll just end. That's Enrage after Terminal Relativity. Meanwhile, if your damage is really good, with Echo right here, mind you, you can skip it anyway. Mostly. And yeah, that's the fight. That's explained piss poor and massively fucking drunk. I'm gonna feel like shit at work tomorrow, but yeah. That's the fight. It's probably my favorite Savage fight, I'll be honest. Also say hi to past Aiden. And that's the fight. That do be the fight. And I'll say it again, because I will absolutely claim it. It's my favorite goddamn Savage fight. It's the first, like, final Savage tier that I cleared on content. And that shit was Euphoria. And I actually cleared it with my Static of the time for the first time. With, I think it was GPS. Gray Parse Squad. I miss those fucks. Yeah, I miss those fucks. And then I was helping Shadow Skill. I was helping Shadow Skill proc as well. Which they're a group of friends who I also miss doing random bullshit with, and blah 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 blah. So, oh god, right. I forgot that was functionality. Funny. So yeah, that's the fight. Oh, this is longer. This is longer than the first recording. Oh dear god. Well, fuck.